single channel loop station versus multiple channel loop station, which is something like this versus this big here. Which one is better? We're gonna talk about in today's video. I'm Miki from Loop Connection, the wildest live looping band of the web and the creator of Live Looping 101, the course to become a one-man band using a loop station, and the course to master loop station live looping in all the aspects. Alright, so if you want to improve your live looping or you want to start, there's the link in the description. And by the way, the prices are going up on 11th of October. So give a like, share with your friend, and let's dive into the video. Single channel loop station versus multiple channel loop station. This is a question many people have, and especially musicians who want to start live looping and says, should I start with a single channel loop station? Should I start with a multiple channel loop station? Should I buy a Boss RC505? Should I buy a Ditto with a single button? Alright, the answer as always is, it depends. But let me tell you something. In my experience, I started with a single channel loop station, and now I'm using a Boss RC505, and I'm gonna tell you I have lots and lots of possibility with the Boss RC505. But the real tip I want to give you is, if you don't have a loop station, alright, buy a single channel loop station. And maybe you're gonna say, hey Miki, but you're gonna force yourself, you have limitation, you know, maybe I should buy at least a 2-channel loop station like the Ditto X4 or some other loop station. I'm gonna tell you, don't do it. Start with a single channel loop station, because if you start with a single channel loop station, you force yourself with looping and creating good songs with only one channel, alright? Because it's much harder to make a show and to create a song that it's not boring, that it's cool, that it's produced well, that has the good loops, alright? The right amount of loops, alright? And improvisation. It's much more harder with a single channel loop station. So if you start harder, and then after a year or two, or after some months or weeks, whatever, you go from a single channel loop station to a multiple channel loop station like the Boss RC505, the way you're gonna play, it's gonna be much more better. Alright, for example, now I have my show initially started with this single channel loop station. And by the way, this is a free tip. Don't buy a one button channel, one button. Alright, if you have only one button, it's gonna be a mess, it's tricky to use. Just buy 2 buttons, so you have one button to record and one button to stop the record. Alright, start with this 2-channel loop station. Alright, my show started with this. And I was on the street busking, alright, playing on festivals, on venues, whatever, and on live stream. Alright, you can find 2 years ago the first live streams I made, and it was with this, and it's no problem. I had a good show. I put out a good show with just this loop station, 1 channel, and people paid me, and there was lots of love from the fans, alright, even with just 1 channel. So let's debunk this myth, alright, let's debunk this myth that you need 5-channel loop station. I see on Facebook groups and on forums people talking about, man, the Boss RC505, it only has 5 channels. What? 5 channels is a monstrosity. Alright, it's a monstrosity. Alright, people want 10 channels. What you gonna do, man, with 10 channels? You're gonna record an album? I don't know. Alright, so many people dive into, yeah, I need more channel, I need more. No, you need to focus on create a good song. Force yourself. If you have a Boss RC505, that's cool, but do this exercise. You take 1 hour of your time to practice with your loop station, alright, and you use only 1 channel. So if you have the Boss RC505 here, you're gonna loop only on the channel 1. This one you put like this. You don't use this one. You don't use it. You just use this one. Alright? Force yourself and be creative. That's to make an analogy, what they did in the 60s and in the 70s, why music was so good, why musicians were so good in the 60s and the 70s. Because when they record, they have like a 4-track, mixer or recording machine, alright, analog stuff with the tape. And so, first of all, you need to get the take right. Nowadays we have billions and billions of millions of tracks, alright? And people is just messed up because there's so much to do, so much, less is more, alright? So, force yourself with one track. In the 70s, the Beatles, alright, you need to record on one track. Maybe you record 4 tracks. And then you put these 4 tracks together to have 3 empty tracks, all right? And so it was much harder. But if you listen to the music they made, still today there are 60s, 70s, and 80s music. I think that's the best. That's the best, all right? And you can't really find better music, all right? So this is a tip I want to give you. With a loop station, but also in recording, force yourself, use only one track, alright? And if you manage to create a show with only one track, then it's gonna be much more easier when you have 5. And also, if you buy a Boss RC 505 and you're starting live looping, maybe you are, oh man, there's so much effects, so much to do, and then you lose interest because you're not focusing your mind. There's so much stuff, I don't know what to do. Instead, here you have no effects, no bullshits, alright? You have one track, you record, and you need to do it with what you have, alright? So you have a guitar, whatever, you have a microphone, alright? You just loop, alright? So that was my take on single channel versus multiple channel. I suggest starting with one. And if you really want to start the proper way and skyrocket your live looping from day one, or you just want to improve your live looping skills, there's the link in the description for my course. Alright, just go and buy it. Alright, the prices are going up. There's 7 hours of course. Alright, there's bonuses like play one song. You know, I teach you how to play full songs with just the guitar, with just the keyboard, with just the microphone. I even got a lesson on kitchen tools. I play the song with kitchen tools and stuff like that. Then there's the setup and FX gear, the FX that I use, the fundamentals of live looping, more advanced stuff, producing stuff, because live looping is not only about making a backing track, it's about creating a song. So with this course we're gonna talk about also opportunities that you can find with live looping, all my secrets and stuff, alright? Just go there and buy the course, alright? On 11 October, the prices are going up. So thank you so much. Single channel versus multiple channel. Which one do you prefer? Tell me in the comment. Give a like, share with your friend. See ya in the next video or enroll in the course. Link in the description. Bye bye. Thank you.